This video provides a quick review on the unique way that our company assesses and tests for the spread of smoke through buildings. Our company is Environmental Initiatives of North America. Most people know us through our water damage, mold, asbestos, air quality, and odor assessments. What we do a lot but don't advertise much is our smoke spread assessments. Smoke consists of soot, char, ash, and many other types of particles and chemicals. We care about smoke for its impact on odor, on machinery and electronics and other surfaces, and on the potential impact on human health over time. When a contractor goes in to produce a scope of work on addressing a smoke release, there are certain parts of the building where it's obvious. There's smoke webbing or heavy soot contamination on a surface, and perhaps testing isn't necessary. But beyond the obvious areas that are impacted, unfortunately, it's often guesswork. Should this room be cleaned? Should these ceiling tiles be replaced? Sometimes we can use swabs or chem sponges to wipe on a surface and get an obvious black print on the swab. But what about, for example, in this situation where the dust is really thick? That swab, by the way, is actually loaded with black soot, but you can't tell because of the dense dust occluding the black particles. However, when using our company to go in to do testing, you don't have to guess. We can use a specialized microscope to collect and analyze hundreds of samples in a single day to fully understand which rooms were impacted. Not only which rooms were impacted, but was the smoke hot enough as it entered that room to impact onto the walls and ceilings, or was the smoke cool enough where the particles simply entered the room and fell onto the top of surfaces? Understanding those details means the world of difference to a scope of work and to the final fee of the cleaning process. Here is my view through the microscope, looking at a surface that has gypsum debris, drywall dust, and different types of soot, ash, and other particles that are not from the fire. Very quickly, we can tell you the concentration, spread, and even type of soot that's present. Is it sticky soot? Is it going to be dry soot? What kind of cleaning methods are going to be necessary to address the situation? Our reports provide an explanation of our sampling and analytical methods, along with recommendations on how to address the remediation. Along with that report are our sample results. We provide the locations of each sample, along with the analytical data and our comments. Often, depending on the size of the project, you will also get a floor plan that outlines the areas of smoke spread along with the types of remediation methods that will be necessary. For example, on this floor plan, the areas that are highlighted in yellow, the smoke was hot enough that it did impact onto the walls and ceilings, and a full cleaning of these spaces was necessary. The areas in pink, this is where the smoke entered the room but was cool and did not impact onto vertical surfaces, but only fell upon the tops of horizontal surfaces. And the areas that aren't highlighted, of course, were not impacted by smoke. A contractor was able to get this at the end of our 1 day of testing to immediately implement the work the following day. We'll often then provide a table for projects that involve many rooms, indicating which rooms need cleaning, which rooms only need deodorization because the smoke is too light to bother cleaning, where light cleaning is necessary, like using HEPA vacuums, and then where heavy cleaning is necessary, where actual wiping of the surface is going to be needed. Besides documenting the spread of smoke in a building, our testing is used in several other common scenarios. For example, is there actually a lingering smoke odor present? And if so, where is it coming from? Has the remediation been adequately completed? Maybe we're in a school or we have hypersensitive occupants and documentation of adequate completion is necessary. Or have the contents been adequately cleaned? It's pretty common for us to go to remediation contractors' shops or even storage facilities to test items because a homeowner or a building owner is afraid of taking these items back. Also, were there other present or past smoke sources that are impacting the situation? As an example, there was a house with a puffback of their fireplace, and the homeowner wanted the entire building cleaned because they could see dark staining in various areas on walls and other surfaces. Well, when we went there to do our testing, it was pretty darn obvious that the dark particles that were on these surfaces was not from a puffback. Instead, what was actually occurring was that the wind was blowing in charcoal particles from the charcoal grill they had sitting right outside the open patio door. Our company has several people who can assess buildings for the spread of smoke and analyze samples on site. We're also available and act as a laboratory for other companies to send us their samples. Next time you're dealing with a smoke or fire loss or a potential lingering smoke odor, please remember our services and our instant on-site testing for smoke spread in a building.